Good morning, you guys. Today I want to have a little bit of a chat about the Hill HX50. I've been getting a lot of comments on my videos and a whole variety of things. People are super excited about this project. Some are very skeptical. That's to be expected. And then others comments have been very interesting. People saying things like, you know, why are you renting out your channel for advertising, things like that. Let me talk a little bit about what my channel is about, and then I want to talk a little bit about Jason Hill and a little bit about this project as well. So my channel is focused around helicopters. My life is helicopters, you know, that's what I do for a living, and I'm excited to talk about anything that excites me. And so on this channel, you know, I show you guys instructional videos because that's what I do on a daily basis. I do vlogs, I do adventure stuff, you know, the around the world trip, and you know, just trips with friends up into the mountains and things like that. And then also, if there's something exciting and new that's coming to market, I'm just super excited to tell everybody about it. And so that's kind of what my channel is all about. And so I'm going to be posting things, a variety of things on here over the coming years about this new Hill project. And so I just want to talk a little bit about who Jason Hill is, a little bit of background about him, and how this whole project got started. So what's interesting to me is Jason's not just an engineer, but he's actually a pilot as well. He got his helicopter license about 20 years ago, did his first flight in an R-22, and then ever since then he's been flying 44s, 66s, and kind of all the other light helicopters as well, but he mostly flies an R-66 right now. And so about that same time, around 20 years ago, he went to Aston University in England and he got a mechanical engineering degree. And from there, he actually started to work for Westland Helicopters, which then became Augusta Westland, and now it's actually owned by Leonardo. So it's Leonardo Helicopters. And so back then, he was working on a few projects for them. He actually got his PhD paid for at Cranfield University by them, and he got his PhD in advanced aerodynamics. And so he was working on a few projects for them, the Lynx helicopter and a few others. He was working around the rotor system design, the composite structures, the fuselages, trying to make the aircraft faster and more efficient. That's kind of where his expertise lie. And so then he transitioned from that because he had this vision the whole time that he was working around helicopters. He had this vision and this dream of building his own next generation helicopter, creating something that was very unique and different and kind of a clean slate design. And so he founded a company called Dynamic Engineering, and he built that up to be a very profitable, very large, successful company of engineers. What they would do is they would take, they would provide third-party turnkey services to the aeronautics industry, the nuclear industry, the military industry, different sectors. And so somebody would come to him and they would say, hey, I need X project built. It could be something very complex, it could be something more simple. And so his team of engineers, they would design the project from the ground up. They would source all the materials, parts, components, tooling, costs and everything. They would put the whole project together and then they'd hand it over to the customer, say, okay, you can go ahead and build it now. And the reason he focused his efforts in this direction was because he wanted to make sure that this was exactly the type of work that he would have to do to actually build his own helicopter. And what this afforded him was a vast network of resources. He got to associate with all the different suppliers and supply chains that he needed to put this project together, and also some of the best engineers in the world as well. And so over a period of time, he hand-picked and hand-selected the best engineers and created this, what we're calling a dynamic team, fitting that it came from Dynamic Engineering, a very dynamic team of engineers. And so about 13 years ago, Jason started working on the HX50 project by himself. And about 8 years ago, he formed his core team from Dynamic. He brought those guys over to Hill Helicopters and started working full-time on the HX50. And so from the last 8 years or so, this project has been going through the development phase. Now, Jason, from the time he first became a pilot, he started going through the research phase. You know, what does the market want, market analysis and so forth. And then as he progressed, then he started doing the engineering himself, and then, like I say, once the core team moved over, now they started doing all the development of the helicopter, and that's what they've been doing ever since. What's interesting about this project, because we're getting all kinds of comments online all over the place, right? This whole helicopter just got unveiled a little over 2 weeks ago. And what's fun about the project is we're getting all the comments online of people saying, it's impossible, it can't be done, there's no way it'll be out by 2023, all kinds of things. All those things would be true if he started this project 2 weeks ago, okay? But I want to use the analogy of an iceberg for a second because I think it's a great analogy. When you think of an iceberg, 90% of the ice is actually underwater of an iceberg. That's the part of the ice that nobody ever gets to see, right? That's like the last decade of work that Jason and his team have been putting into this project, pouring over this project night and day, and getting this a helicopter to the development phase of where it is today. But there's 10% of an iceberg that's on top of the water. Now, Ruben and I saw a lot of icebergs when we did our around the world trip. Greenland, all over the place. And, you know, we saw icebergs that were huge. They were beautiful. And that's only 10% of the ice that's actually on an iceberg. So that last 10% is like where we now, a couple weeks ago, pulled back the veil on this project and we revealed the Hill HX50 to the world. And it's an amazing project, it's an amazing helicopter, and everybody's looking at this going, I want this to be true, because the numbers on this helicopter are incredible, right? The stats on it are really amazing, and everybody wants it to be true, because everybody is ripe and waiting for this next generation helicopter, this breakthrough that's gonna fill this space that nobody has filled in like 40 years or 35 years. And so they want it to be true, but they're having a hard time believing it's actually happening. And so what's interesting to understand, just talking a little bit forward about the timeline, is now Jason is actually at the development phase where he's going to start producing components. He's going to start testing them. In 2022, so about 18 months from now, he's building 3 prototypes. They're going to be flying for about 1,000 hours is the intended goal for a year. And then the production is actually going to happen. The production line is going to actually start in the summer of 2023. So that's kind of where we are right now, but people need to wrap their heads around and understand the fact that this project didn't start last week or 2 weeks ago. This project has been going on for a very long time. And you know, it's important to understand quite a few elements of this whole project. I'm going to do a couple more series of this type of video where I'm just talking to you guys, kind of explaining the background, explaining what's going on. There's so much to understand about this project. Now, the strategy of this company is to reveal pieces of information at a time, because when there's a whole lot of new things coming at you, if we just revealed everything at once, people's brains would just be blown and they'd go, no, it's too good to be true, I don't understand it, forget it, right? But when you reveal pieces of information at a time, people get the understanding like, wow, is this possible? How is this possible? They start thinking about it. Then you reveal another piece of information. Whoa, wow, that makes perfect sense. And then you reveal another one. So the next piece of information that we're going to be revealing is the interior of the helicopter. That's coming very soon, you guys. Every couple of weeks after that, we're going to be revealing more information. And it's just going to snowball. And as you guys see this project unfold, I think you're just going to be as excited about it as I am, and obviously as Ruben is, the whole team here. So I'm looking forward to sharing more with you guys. I'm going to leave it with that for today, though. I think that's lots for you guys to chew on for now, giving a little bit of background of Jason, the team, the project, how long has actually been working on it, and then we'll talk about more on the next one. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed. Give it a thumbs up, please, and we're going to talk to you on the next video. See ya.